Very good morning, students. Welcome to our 27th lecture of Econ 353. So today our topic is marketing function, in that particularly transportation function. As we know, there are three means of transportation mainly, or three ways of transportation. First one the land, second one water, and third one is airway. So in a land there are again two or three options are there in a land. First one is a pathway, roadway, and railway. In a pathway means by a head loads, then through bicycle or through animal carts. Then next is roadway. In roadway also cycle, bicycles are there, rickshaws are there, bullock carts are there, then tractors with trolley, then buses, trucks, tempos, these are or three wheelers. So through these we can transport the agricultural goods from point of production to the ultimate consumers in case of land. And third one is railway. Then second means is waterways. In waterways there are again two types, that is inland and ocean. So in inland means through rivers also. In some states of Maharashtra, in some states of India, the transportation of agricultural goods, it is carried out through rivers also. Then in a air there are two options, either by aeroplane or by the helicopter. So we will see the transportation in details. So as we know, transportation or the movement of products between places is one of the most important marketing function at every stage of marketing, that is right from the threshing or right from the harvesting to the point of consumption. Most of the goods or most of the agriculture goods are not consumed where they are produced. So all the agricultural goods, they need to brought from farm to local market, from local market to the primary wholesale market, from primary wholesale market to the secondary wholesale market, and from secondary wholesale market to the retailer market, and from retailers to the ultimately consumers. So for this marketing process we need a transportation function. So this is the marketing channel, as we know. So the inputs from the factories, for agricultural production farmers need some inputs. So these inputs are need to be transported from the factories to warehouses, from warehouses to their wholesalers, and from their wholesalers to retailers, and finally to the farmers. So for input transportation also we need a transportation. The next, as we know, transportation adds the place utility to the goods, as we have learned in a second semester course, that is Principles of Agricultural Economics. So transportation adds the place utility to the goods. As we know, transport is an indispensable or inseparable marketing function, means without transportation a good trade or good marketing is not possible. So as because of transportation we can sell the produce from one place to another place, or we can move the produce from one place to another place. For the development of trade in case of any commodity or in any area, we need a transportation. As a transportation and trade go side by side, the one reinforces and strengthens the other. So trade and transportation, they are the two sides of one coin. So they are needed. Without one, other cannot be happen. So what will be the advantages of transportation function? So first advantage is widening of the markets, narrowing price differences over a space. Third one, creation of employment. Third one, facilitation of specialized farming or facilitating of specialized farming, transformation of the economy, and last advantage is mobility of the factors of production. So question may be asked in your semester end examination, Write down what is meant by transportation and write in detail the advantages of transportation function. Okay, so we will see one by one. So first advantage is widening of the market. So how market is widened or expanded through transport function. As we know, transport helps in the development or widening of the market by adding or by bridging the gap between producers and the ultimate consumers, which are located at a different areas. So without transportation function, market would have mainly been local market. Means without transportation, the widening of the market is not possible. The exchange of goods between different districts, different regions or countries would be impossible in the absence of the marketing, in the absence of the transportation function. The example of widening of market is, as we know, the apples from the Himachal Pradesh and from the Kashmir, they are transported to each and every part of our India. Okay, so this is an example, means they have expanded or they have widened their market throughout India because of the transportation business. Okay, then second most important advantage is narrowing price difference over a space. As we know, price is the most important factor in case of the farmer's income. Okay, through transportation function, it provides the good surplus, it provides the good surplus price to the farmers. The area where that good is produced, they will not get the better price, then they will get the better price in another area or in another place. So there is need of the transportation function. So through transportation function, we can narrow the price differences over a space. The transportation of goods from surplus areas to the place of the scarcity, means where the production is not going on, it helps the checking the price rise in the scarcity areas and price falls in the surplus areas. Thus it reduces the spatial difference in the prices. Then next most important advantage is creation of employment. The transport function provides employment to large number of the person through the construction of road, in a loading, uploading, means we need the labor for loading and uploading, then playing of the means of transportation, etc. There are so many roles in a transportation function, so that there is a need of the labor, so automatically there is a creation of the employment because of transportation function. So then next is facilitation of the specialized farming. So different areas of the country are suitable for different crop, means there are the different zones or particular zone for that particular crop. As we know, as we have seen in earlier example, apples from Himachal and Kashmir. So it is a particular area depending on their soil and agroclimatic conditions. We cannot grow the apple here in Maharashtra. Okay, so farmer can go in for that specialized farming of the apples and for the other fruit crops in that particular region. In the commodity which are most suitable to their area, exchange the goods required by them from the other areas at a cheaper price than their own production cost. So transportation function facilitate the specialized farming in that particular area. Okay. Then next is transformation of the economy. As the transportation helps in the transformation of the economy from the subsistence stage to the developed commercial stage, so industrial growth is totally depends on the transportation function. So industrial growth is stimulated by being fed with the raw material produced in the rural areas. All the industries, agro-based industries, they are depend on the raw material which are mostly produced in the rural areas, so they need to transport from rural areas to the industry. Okay, manufacture goods from the industries to village or rural areas to can be moved. So then again another, in case of input factories, so from farmers need the inputs, though it is needed to transported from the factories to the villages. So transformation transformation of the economy, it is happen because of the transportation function. Then next is mobility of the factors of production. So transport helps in the increasing the mobility of capital and labor from one area to another area. Entrepreneurs get the opportunity for the investment of their capital in a newly opened areas of the country where the prospects of profit are very high. Moreover, transportation helps in the migration of the people in a search of better remunerative or better jobs. So all these are the advantages of transportation function. So next point is transportation cost. It is most important cost while calculating the total marketing cost. As you know, transportation cost accounts for the 50% of the total marketing cost. Okay, so it is the highest cost in the total marketing cost. Keep in mind, it may be asked for your MCQs or in the fill in the blanks, which cost accounts for the more than 50% or about the 50% of the total marketing cost. So transportation cost account for about 50% of the total marketing cost. So that transportation cost is higher when the produce is transported through the bullocks or by the bullock carts than the other means. Okay, as we know, efficiency of the transportation, there are different factors which affects the transportation cost. So efficiency of transportation depends on the speed and the care with which goods move from one place to another, the extent of facilities provided, and the degree of care with which goods are handled in a route and at a terminal stations. However, there is a need for reducing the cost of transportation because it is the highest cost contributed in the total marketing cost. So there is need to reduce this transportation cost. So we will see the different factors which are affecting the cost of transportation. I think there are so many factors which affect the cost of transportation. We will see few of them. First one is distance. So with an increase in distance whichever commodity is transported, the total transportation cost will increase. As the increase in distance, automatically total transportation cost will increase, but transportation cost per unit of quantity of that produce will be decreased after certain distance. So this is the first factor. Second, quantity of the product. The transportation cost per unit quantity of product or per unit quantity of commodity decreases with the increase in the quantity or with the increase in the volume. If suppose we have to transport 10 quintals of soybean from one place to another place, we have to hire one truck or one tempo. It will take your same cost, same transportation cost if we transport the 20 quintals. So as a volume increases, the transportation cost per unit transportation cost decreases after a certain volume. It will be less if full truck load is available, then it would be only few quintals are transported. This is the second factor which affect the transportation cost, that is quantity of the product. Then mode of transportation, that is most important. Mode of transportation. So transportation cost varies with the mode of transportation, means through which vehicles or through which mode we are transporting. Through bullock cart it is very high, in a tractor, truck, railway, etc. So transportation, the mode of transportation is also affect the total transportation cost. Then for a land means or for a land ways, condition of road, it is most important. The cost of transportation is less where the well roads or good roads are constructed that than the places where bad roads or gravel roads exist, where there are no roads at all. So road condition is also affects the transportation cost. The next is nature of product. It is also most important. The agricultural products, they have different characteristics. Okay, the cost of transportation per unit is higher for the products which are having the following characteristics. Most of agriculture products, they are perishable in nature. So first characteristics is perishability, example vegetable, then bulkiness, example straw or cotton, fragility, tomatoes are there, inflammability, that is petrol, requirement of special type of facility, for example for livestock and milk. So nature of good, it is also the factor which affect the cost of transportation. The next is availability of return journey consignment. So no one can take your consignment as a one way. We have to pay for a transportation of a two way. That's why return journey consignment is the most important for that transportation means. If a goods are also available for transport when a truck is to return to its starting path or starting place, the per unit cost of transportation is less. If that transportation ways means they get the two-way consignment, it will be the affect the transportation or it will be reduce the transportation cost with a very high volume. The next is risk associated. Okay, the transportation cost is less if the produce is transported at the stage of owners or senders risk than when the risk is on the agency transporting the produce. So risk, it is also affect the transportation cost. So this is all about the factors which are affecting the transportation cost. The next is problems in transportation of the agricultural commodities. As we know, agricultural commodities, they have different characteristics than other commodities. So there are problems in a transportation of agricultural commodities. So first one, the means of transportation used are very slow moving. They are very slow moving. There are so many factors which are affecting the slow moving means. Okay, it may be road conditions and others. Okay, there are more losses or damages in a transportation because of the use of poor packing material, poor packaging material, overloading of the produce, poor handling of the produce, especially of fruits and vegetables at the time of loading and unloading. It is also problem in a transportation of agricultural commodities. The transportation cost per unit of farm produce is higher than that of other goods because of its bulkiness character. Okay, there is a lack of coordination between the transportation agencies, the railways and the truck companies. Some of the places are not connected by the railways also. The multi-gauge system of railways was also a serious problem in the transportation of good by railways. Multi-gauge means on a same track there are multi railways or there are so many railways they are running. This system also the serious problem in a transportation. There is, however, now in a country moving towards a uni-gauge or a single gauge system which is argues well for marketing of the farm products. So these are the problems in a transportation of agricultural commodities. The next is suggestions for improvement in a transportation of agricultural commodities. There are few suggestions in that. First one is there must be full utilization of the capacity of that vehicle in terms of the loads. Okay, then this would reduce the per unit quintal per unit cost of transportation. Okay, this is the first solution. Second, the transportation cost per quintal can be reduced by fixing the rate of transportation for different means. It is also a solution. There should be a reduction in a spoilage, damage, breakage and pilferage during the period of movement as a result of better handling, good packaging and use of the proper types of the wagons. Okay, this is next. Then there should be reduction in the barriers to interstate movement of the produce. If this happens, the time taken in a transportation and the quantity of the fuel consumed would be reduced. So there are so many barriers in a transportation of agricultural goods in a cities or in a road. There are toll naka, there are the different barriers. Okay, so barriers of traffic also is there. If we facilitate a good road without barrier, it will be reduce the transportation cost. Okay, the speed and capacity of vehicle used in a transportation should be increased. Roads and railways expansion is necessary to reduce the transportation cost. So these are the few suggestions. So this is all about the transportation cost. Question may be asked, what is meant by transportation cost? Which are the factors affecting transportation? Okay, this is all about the marketing function of transportation. Thank you. For this topic or for this course, you can refer the book Agriculture Marketing in India by S.S. Acharya and N.L. Agrawal and Subba Reddy. This is a book of S.S. Acharya and N.L. Agrawal. Thank you.